Come sit down, I'll put the kettle on. I'm Evelyn. Before you do one more thing today, I want you to hear this because it just might change the next 10 years of your life. Every year, the folks who study this ask older Americans the same simple question: where do you want to live as you get older? And year after year, the answer barely moves. The overwhelming majority AARP has been asking this for a very long time now. Say the very same thing, right here, in my own home. Not a facility, not a spare room in somebody else's house. Home. But here's the part nobody says out loud. Almost no one loses their home all at once. It happens one small task at a time. First, you stop opening the jar because your hands just won't do it anymore. Then you stop reaching the top shelf. Then you stop bending down for the sock and the dropped fork and the plug behind the couch. And one quiet morning, a worried son or daughter looks around, adds it all up, and decides you can't manage on your own, not because you fell, but because the little things piled up until the house started to look like it was too much for you. Now, everybody assumes that staying independent means an expensive remodel, or that you've got to stay strong as an ox. I'm here to tell you the truth, and it's good news. After 30 years in people's homes, I can tell you it is almost never about strength, and it is almost never about big money. It is a handful of little tools that do the lifting for you. I spent 30 years helping older people stay in their own homes, and I watched too many capable, sharp, proud people give up those homes years before they ever had to over something small that a $10 gadget would have fixed. And now I'm the age of the people I used to help, so I'm not talking down to you. I'm sitting right beside you at my own kitchen table, telling you what I wish somebody had told them years sooner. I want you to think about your home today like a bank account. Every one of these little tools is a small deposit. On its own, it doesn't look like much. $8 here, $12 there, a few dollars somewhere else. But those little deposits add up into something money can't really buy: years. More years in your own bed, your own kitchen, your own chair by the window. That is the account we are building together today, and you can start it this afternoon. So here's my promise to you. I've got 12 of them, 12 genius little gadgets that hand those tasks right back to you one at a time. They're cheap, they're simple. Most of them cost less than a nice dinner out. And honestly, the people who'd rather move you into a facility are perfectly happy you've never heard of them. Stay with me all the way to the end, because number 12 is the one the families I helped loved best. Of all the cheapest kind of insurance in the whole house, and I am saving it for last. And this isn't just me talking at a kitchen table. There's a whole body of research from occupational therapists. Those are the people whose entire job is keeping folks able to function in their own homes, and it shows the same thing again and again. Put the right assistive tools into a house, and falls go down, and people hold on to their independence longer. Real research, real results. Simple, cheap, ordinary tools. Before we start though, do me one small favor. Tell me down in the comments how old you are and whether you're doing this for yourself or for someone you love. I read every single one of them. Every one. Your stories are the whole reason I make these. All right, let's build that account. We're counting up from 1 to 12, from small to mighty, and number 12 is the best of the whole lot. Here we go, number 1. Number 1 is a jar and bottle opener. I know it sounds almost too small to put on a list like this, but I promise you, this is where independence quietly slips away first. Arthritis gets into the hands, grip strength fades, and one day the pickle jar just wins. And here's what happens next. You stop buying the things that come in jars. You quietly rearrange your whole kitchen around what you can and can't open. That is a life getting smaller, one lid at a time. A good jar and bottle opener fixes it in a second, either the little rubber grip cone you keep in a drawer, or the kind you mount right up under the cabinet, so you brace the jar and turn it with your whole arm instead of your poor fingers. It runs around $8 to $15. My honest note, get the under cabinet one if your hands are weak, because it does the gripping for you and it never gets lost in the drawer. This is your home and you can stay in it. You just needed the right little tool. Number 2 is a reacher grabber. This is the long arm with a trigger handle and a little claw on the end, and it is one of the most useful $10 you will ever spend. Well, $10 to $15, closer to $15 for a good sturdy one, honestly. Here's the task it rescues. Things fall. A fork, a piece of mail, the TV remote, the pill that rolls under the table, and bending all the way down for it, or worse, climbing up onto a chair or a step stool for the high shelf is exactly how people go over. I sat with a woman once, I'll call her Bernice, 77 years old and sharp as a tack, who had stopped using her own top kitchen shelf entirely because reaching up there made her head swim. She'd quietly lost half her own cupboards without ever telling a soul. A reacher gave them right back to her that same afternoon. Keep one upstairs and one down, so there's always one within arm's reach. My honest note, don't try to lift anything heavy with it. It's made for light things, the mail, the remote, a box of tissues, not the cast iron pan. Number 3 is a little pair for getting dressed. A sock aid and a long-handled shoehorn. Stay with me on this one because it's the one people are almost embarrassed to bring up. Bending down to put on socks and shoes that deep forward fold, first thing in the morning when you're stiff, is one of the most common ways older folks lose their balance and topple over. So what happens? People start sleeping in their socks. They wear the same slip-on shoes for years because anything with a back to it is a battle. A sock aid is just a simple curved sleeve. You slide the sock onto it, drop it to the floor, and guide your foot in no bending required at all. The long-handled shoehorn means you stand up straight and tall and just ease the heel of the shoe on from above, around $10 each and worth 10 times that. Getting yourself dressed, standing on your own 2 feet, with your dignity fully intact, that is independence you can feel every single morning. This is your home and you can stay in it. Number 4 is an electric can opener. The little countertop kind, or the handheld one that sits right on top of the can and walks itself around the rim at the push of a single button, around $15 to $25. And the task it rescues is a good deal bigger than it looks. That twisting, squeezing, clamping motion of a manual can opener is brutal on arthritic hands and weak wrists, and a can that's only half open with a sharp, jagged lid hanging off it is a nasty cut waiting to happen right there at the counter. I think of a man I knew, I'll call him Arthur, 81 years old, who had quietly switched to eating cold things straight out of the box cereal, crackers, whatever didn't fight back, because opening a simple can of soup had gotten to be more than his hands could manage. He wasn't sick, he was just outmatched by a can. One little gadget and hot soup was back on his table that very week. My honest note. The ones that leave no sharp edge on the lid at all are well worth the extra few dollars. Number 5 is lever door handles. This is the one people never think of, and I love it for exactly that reason. Round doorknobs, the kind most of our houses were built with, need a firm grip and a full twist of the wrist, and that is precisely the motion arthritic hands can no longer make. A lever handle, the kind you just push down, replaces that twist entirely. You can open it with your elbow, with your forearm, even with a closed fist when your hands are full of laundry or aching from the cold. They run around $12 to $20 each, and a handyman can swap them out in an afternoon, or you can do it yourself with a screwdriver and a little patience, and think about what that quietly gives back to you. Every door in your house becomes easy again. The bathroom you couldn't get into quickly enough, the bedroom, the front door in a hurry when the phone is ringing off the hook. This is your home, and you can stay in it, right down to the doorknobs. Now let me stop here a second, because I have to be honest with you about something, and it matters. Not everything on the shelf is worth your money, not by a long shot. There are companies out there that will happily sell you a $100 gadget to do a $10 job wrapped up in a shiny box. So here's what I'd skip. I'd skip the big automatic countertop jar opening machine, the fancy electric one that runs $40, $50 because that little rubber grip cone and the under cabinet opener from number one do the very same job for a few dollars and never break down. And I'd skip any pill dispenser that charges you a monthly fee, a subscription, just to hold your own pills for you. You do not need a bill arriving every month for that. Now, take the money you just saved and spend it where it actually catches you on a real grab bar, properly bolted into the wall stud right beside the tub. That one boring, unglamorous bar has kept more people in their own homes than any clever gadget I could ever name for you. Spend your dollars where the falls actually happen. That is the deposit that pays you back. All right, let me keep going because the back half of this list is where it gets really good. Number 6. Number 6 is a set of bright motion sensor nightlights. A pack of them runs around $12 to $20, and this one may be the highest return on the entire list. Here's why. The single most dangerous trip in an older person's whole day is that walk to the bathroom in the middle of the night. Dark room, half awake, maybe a little unsteady on your feet, maybe you got up too fast. You reach for a lamp and can't find the switch, or you don't bother at all, and down you go on the hard floor. Motion sensor lights fix that completely. You plug them in low, right along the path bedroom, hallway, bathroom, and they switch themselves on the very moment you move, soft and warm, not harsh, then quietly off again once you're safely back in bed. No fumbling for a switch, no black hallway to cross on faith. The CDC will tell you that 1 in 4 of us over 65 falls every single year, and a great many of those falls happen at night on that exact walk. Light that path, and you have taken one of the biggest risks in the whole house right off the table for about the price of lunch. Number 7 is a rocker knife and built-up handle utensils. Now, this one's for anyone whose hands have gotten weak or who's lost some strength on one side. A rocker knife is a curved blade you simply rock gently back and forth to cut. With one hand, no sawing, and no pressing down hard, so you can cut your own food at your own table without a fight and without asking anyone. Built-up handle utensils are just forks and spoons with fat, cushioned grips that don't ask for a tight fist to hold on to. Around $10 to $20 for a whole set. And the task it rescues is a big one for your pride, feeding yourself a whole meal on your own without help, without half of it ending up in your lap. That matters. That matters a great deal more than the price on it. This is your home, and you can stay in it. And you can sit at your own table and eat a meal like yourself. Number 8 is a raised toilet seat with handles. Around $25 to $40, and it is one of the quiet heroes of aging at home. Here is the plain truth of it. Lowering yourself all the way down onto a standard toilet and then pushing yourself all the way back up takes far more leg and hip strength than people ever realize, and the bathroom is the single most common room in the whole house for a serious fall. A raised seat brings the surface up several inches, so it's far less of a drop going down and far less of a climb coming back up, and the sturdy handles on either side give you something solid to push against, instead of grabbing a towel bar that was never built to hold your weight and pulling it clean off the wall. It clamps right onto the toilet you already have. No plumber, no bill, no fuss. My honest note, they come in a couple of heights, so pick the one that feels right for your legs, and the models with the padded handles are much kinder on tender hands. Simple. Now, I want to be straight with you about one more thing before we go on. No little tool on this whole list can fix a real medical problem, and I would never once pretend otherwise. If your hands are going numb, if you're getting dizzy, if something in your body is genuinely changing, that is not a gadget conversation. That is a doctor conversation, and you go and have it soon. I am not your doctor. What I know, after 30 years in people's homes, isn't medicine. It's houses and the little tools that make a house work kindly for whatever body you've got today. So, with all that said, let's get back to the house. Number 9 is a medication organizer, ideally one with a little alarm built into it, around $20 to $35. Now hear me very carefully on this one. I am not going to say a single word about which pills, or how many, or when to take them. That is entirely between you, your doctor, and your pharmacist, and you should ask them about anything at all you're unsure of. This is only about organization, plain and simple. A good weekly organizer, with the 7 days of the week laid right out in a row, and a small alarm that beeps at you when it's time, means you can see at a glance whether you've already taken what you were meant to that day. No more standing at the counter at night, second guessing yourself, wondering if you doubled up or forgot. And that quiet peace of mind is exactly the sort of thing that keeps a lot of worried sons and daughters from deciding you need somebody watching over you around the clock. Staying organized in your own way is staying independent. Number 10 is a bed rail or a bed assist handle, around $25 to $45. This is the sturdy bar that tucks safely under your mattress and stands up alongside the bed, giving you something firm and steady to hold on to as you get in and out. Getting up from lying down and easing yourself back down again is one of those small, everyday moments where people quietly lose their balance, especially first thing in the morning when you're stiff as a board or late at night in the dark when you're half asleep. Instead of grabbing at the wobbly nightstand and pulling the lamp down on top of yourself, you've got a solid handle right there, exactly where your hand wants it to be. Some of them even come with a little pocket on the side for your glasses and your phone. My honest note, make sure it's rated for your bed and fitted in nice and snug. A rail that shifts around is worse than no rail at all, so tuck it in good and tight. This is your home, and you can stay in it, right down to how you get yourself out of bed each morning. Number 11 is really two small things that work together as a team, one up on the stairs and one right beside the bed. First, non-slip stair treads. Those are the grippy strips or pads you stick directly onto each step. Stairs are where a fall stops being a bruise and turns into a broken hip, and a smooth wooden edge, or a worn slick carpeted one, is downright treacherous in stocking feet in the morning. The treads give every single step some honest grip to catch you and hold you. And second, a bright touch lamp on the nightstand, the kind you just tap anywhere on the base to turn on, with no fumbling for a tiny switch and no hunting for a pull chain swinging somewhere in the dark. The pair of them together runs around $15 to $25. Light and grip. Those are the two things a stairway and a dark bedside are missing, and you would be genuinely amazed how many falls live in exactly those two little gaps. All right, here we are, number 12, the one I promised you all the way back at the start, the one my family's loved best of all. And I'll bet you good money, it is not what you're expecting. Number 12 is a lightweight cordless stick vacuum, or a little robot vacuum that runs all on its own. A simple one runs around $40 to $80. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, Evelyn, what on earth does vacuuming have to do with staying independent? Everything. Let me tell you why this earns the very top spot on the whole list. A heavy old upright vacuum, the kind you have to drag out of the hall closet and haul around the house behind you, becomes genuinely dangerous as you get older. It's heavy to lift. The cord is a trip hazard snaking right across the floor in front of you, and lugging it up and down a flight of stairs is exactly the sort of thing that lands a person flat on the ground. So what happens? People just quietly stop vacuuming. And a floor that stops getting cleaned starts collecting the very things that caused the falls in the first place: the dust, the clutter, that curled up corner of the rug, the crumbs, the little pile of who knows what beside the chair. A light cordless stick you can lift with 2 fingers, or a little robot that hums along the floor all by itself while you sit and have your tea, keeps those floors clear and safe without you ever once bending, hauling, or risking a thing. If you're choosing, get the robot if you'd rather never lift a thing, or the light stick if you like to be in charge of it yourself. Either way, it protects the whole house every single day on its own. That is why it earns the number 12 spot, the cheapest insurance in the house. This is your home and you can stay in it, clean floors and all. So let me stop and gently set it all back down in front of you, because I know that was a lot to take in at once. 12 little tools, 12 small deposits straight into that bank account. The jar opener, so your kitchen stays yours. The reacher, so you never bend or climb for what falls. The sock aid and the shoehorn, so you dress standing tall. Then the electric can opener, the lever door handles, the motion sensor nightlights, the rocker knife and easy grip utensils, the raised toilet seat, the medication organizer, the bed rail, and the stair treads with the little touch lamp. And finally, that clever little vacuum, keeping your floors safe all on its own. Not a single one of them costs more than a nice dinner out. But put together, added up over the years, they buy you exactly the thing you wanted from the very beginning of this more time in your own home. That is the return on this account. And here's what I want you to do with all of it. If you've got a son or a daughter who worries about you, the one who keeps gently bringing up whether you should really still be living on your own, send them this list. Just send it. Let them read it for themselves. Because this list is the answer to their worry. It says, plainly and calmly, I have thought about this, I have set my own home up, and I have got it handled. That whole conversation goes so much better when you are the one holding the plan. You don't need a remodel. You don't need to be strong as an ox. You don't need anybody's permission. You need a hardware store, an afternoon, and a handful of little tools that do the lifting for you. Small changes made today are what keep you home for years. You've got more life to live and a home to live it in. Take care of yourself. I'm Evelyn, and I'll see you right back here next time.